Hello, and thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. So today, because we're this close to the end of the school year, I thought that we would do up just a super quick, super easy gift bag and a gift tag for teachers. So I've got a piece of 12 by 12 designer series paper. The one that I'm using is the snail mail paper. It is retiring at the end of the month, so I wanted to kind of use it up. We're making a square bottom tube box. So it's really quick and really easy. The only thing that you're really going to need for it, of course, is the paper. I'm going to be using the Stampin' Seal Plus, which is a little bit more tacky than just the regular Stampin' Seal. And you can also use either the multi-purpose glue or the liquid glue, the clear glue. So you're also going to need a stamp set of your choice, a 3-inch by 6-inch piece of cardstock, and just reaching for my hole punch, which I forgot to grab. And you're going to want some ribbon as well for the top. So I will be posting all of the measurements on my blog, and I will be putting the link down in the comments as well. Okay, so for this, we're going to be doing a box like I had mentioned. And I'm just I have an idea in my head, but I haven't really thought it all the way through. So we've got, I like this because it's the big snail with the little snails. So coaches, teachers, bus drivers, whoever. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to, because I want my box to be vertical, I want to do my first score horizontally. So I'm going to do my box at 2.5 inches. So we're going to just line it up on the 2.5 inch line and score it. And then we're going to flip it over and score it at 2.5 inches all the way across. So I'm just going to open up the cutting arm here. And Bailey is sitting in my craft room window, so chances are very good that at some point she will come join us. Okay, so for the next step, I'm just going to fold it here just so that I can see the line a little bit better. You're only going to score every 2.5 inches to this line. That's as far as you're going to need to go. So 2.5 inches, score it. It's okay if you go a little bit. So 2.5 and 2.5 is 5, right? Yes, it is. And then 2.5 would be 7.5. Whoops. And then 10. Okay, and then we're just going to make a seam that's about 1/2 inch. But instead of just scoring it, we're actually going to cut it with our trimming blade. Now, assuming that I did the math right, which is always hit or miss with me, was never my best subject in school. Scissors, you're just going to burnish again. I like to do it both ways just to make sure that it's a really nice, crisp, clean line. And then all you're going to do is cut each of the lines. So for this little tab, we're just going to snip it off because we don't need this little piece. And then we're going to keep, these are probably the world's smallest scissors, and I absolutely love them for ribbon and fussy cutting. Not so much for these long cuts, but I didn't grab my long scissors, so this is what we deal with. Okay. All right, and then, oops, I forgot to score that one all the way up. So this piece, you're going to score all the way to the top. I'm just going to line it up at 1/2 inch again. There we go. And score the entire. Come on. I don't know. Today feels like Friday. It's been such a weird week. Okay. There we go. Now we're done. Okay. Hello, Celine. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay. So now we're going to do a run of tape along this side. This is going to be the inside seam. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal Plus. The only reason that I'm using this, come on, instead of the other one is that it tends to stick a little bit better if you can get it working. All right, let's try this again. Oops. Nothing like, whoops, a little bit of troubleshooting with a hand that doesn't want to play nicely today. There we go. The lovely part about the adhesive is that both of them fit in the same container. So if you've only got one, you can, I have no idea what's even going on with this today. All right, grab the other one. And that, my friends, will make the blooper reel later. Okay, and then I'm just gonna flip over to the bottom pieces and do 2 or 3 rows of tape on each one facing the same way. And the only thing that you need to be cognizant of, even just a little bit, is which one is going to be on the bottom so that you don't have the wrong side that's going to get taped, because you don't want to have sticky tape on the wrong side. So we're just going to go and basically seal our box. Oops. And just line up each of the edges. It's a little tricky to get the last one just because we haven't done any score lines up the top, but the best that you can. Sometimes it's just easier to line up your score line with the edge of the paper and then press it this way for the last one, and then flip the bottom down. Now I'm just, oops, I'm gonna grab my bone folder and just give this edge a nice little push, or if your handle fit through, that'll work too. And just give it a push just to make sure that the adhesive is really well stuck down. So, I don't know. So you can see that our box is square on the bottom and round at the top. So now all we need to do is punch a couple of holes across the top. So I'm just going to give it a pinch on either side. So this is a really nice big box. A few candies can go in there. More than a few candies could go this year. I don't know. Teachers, I think, all over the country deserve some sort of extra special something. I'm not even sure. Actually, anybody who works in a school this year needs something extra super special. So I'm going to do, I don't know, like 4-ish punches, just because it's a surprise and we don't want the surprise inside to be terribly visible. So then I'm going to take ribbon. This is just some retired ribbon that I had in my stash, and I'm going to use a nice long length because I would really like to have a nice little bow. So I'm going to do this way for the first one. And then I'm going to feed it through. Bow tying is not my strong point in any way, shape, or form. Actually, no, we're going to tie it differently. We're going to take it to the outside, feed both ends to the outside. And then make it kind of even, or as even as you can. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect because you can always trim it. And then feed it back the other way. I don't know. I have friends who tie absolutely stunning bows. I do not have that talent. Okay. So there we go. And then we're just going to tie it however you would like to tie. I'm just going to do like a quick little knot and then tie a bow. And then we're going to get moving onto our card. Okay. So there we go. There's our gift box finished. Really quick, really easy, super fast way to burn through stash of paper that I know we all have. So now let's get moving on to the card. Now in the catalog, there are 3x3 envelopes, which are the cutest little things ever. And I absolutely love them. And okay, to be completely honest, I have a bit of an addiction with stationery and paper and pens. But seriously, are these not just the cutest little things you've ever seen in your life? So you can either just do a card and tuck it inside your bag, or just punch a little hole in the envelope and in the card and feed it through your ribbon that you just tied. Now I'm just going to grab some white cardstock here, and I'm just going to cut it to 3x6. 3 inches. And then with the scoring blade, we're going to score it at 3 inches. Okay, now we have this piece left over from when we did the bag. It's 1.5 inches. So we're going to do 2 3-inch strips. Actually, this one we're going to kind of trim so that hopefully nobody looks... Oops. Bailey's sitting in the craft room window snoring her head off. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not, but it's the funniest thing. Okay, and then I'm also going to cut 1 extra strip just to decorate our envelope, because why not? Make it look pretty too. Okay. Now, we're going to do, for this one, I think I'm going to do, oh, somebody didn't cut that straight. There we go, that's better. I'm going to do one side with the strip. I'll move it so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to do the other side with the snails. Okay, and then just grab my adhesive. Oops. And stick this guy down. This one down, and I'll overlap ever so slightly. And then for the envelope, you can attach it to the flap and then just open it up and then trim it to fit the flap, or you can just stick it onto the envelope wherever your heart desires. I'm going to stick snail side up on here. And I did it the right way. Always bonus points for that. I don't know. I'm always terrified. Not terrified. it always worries me that I'm going to stamp stuff upside down because you just do. I think I'm going to do the thank you sentiment for this one. And the sentiment is coming from the Blossoms in Bloom stamp set, which I absolutely love. If you're new to crafting and want something that is dead easy, this one is absolutely perfect. It has a huge big floral image, super easy to do in one color. Pick up another color for the center or for the leaves, and pretty much any sentiment that you would ever need is perfect. All right. Oh, Vicky, your comment just made me laugh. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Okay. Stamp block. And it just fits on the line. So I think I'm going to do it a couple of times. My kids are in elementary school age, so I think this is perfect for teachers and staff at their school this year. All right. And there we go. So we've got our card. And then again, if you wanted to feed it through to the envelope or to the package, all you need to do is punch a hole, get your kid or whoever to sign the card, tuck it in, and you've got a super easy, super cute, oh, you guys are killing me today. Super easy, super cute gift for anybody that really needs a pick-me-up. And let's be real, I think that's pretty much anybody this year. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something. If you do create something, I would love to see it. So pop it down in the comments, or you can just send it to me via email, prairieskypapercrafts@gmail.com. I am going to do a very quick blog post with the measurements on it. And then I'll pop that into the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Happy crafting, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Have a great day.